So it's been talked about this week that if in the fall schools don't open up to in-person teaching rather than teaching online, the government is going to cut funding. They may cut funding if you're not in person. So if the teachers are not teaching 25, 30, 40, and 50 kids sitting in front of them all day long, and instead they are providing instruction online, they're not going to get any funding. So I've got two things to say about this. First of all, please go ahead and pass that. And then what are you going to do? See, we keep saying things that we can't do. You're going to cut funding. We already don't have enough funding as it is, but you're going to cut funding because teachers aren't going to show up in the building and the kids aren't going to come in the building live, and they're going to teach online and give that instruction online, and you're going to cut funding. Who's going to teach? Who's going to teach when you cut the funding? Because guess what? There's not going to be any teachers left if you cut funding. So please do that. Do that, and I would like to know what your plan is going to be. Now, my second suggestion is a positive one because I don't have all the answers, and I know that. I don't know all the answers as to what's going on here, but I do have the answer to one thing, and that's funding. My suggestion is that every time a politician opens their mouth and says something dumb, then they have to put $1,000 into the education fund. So if you open your mouth and say something dumb where you have not requested the professionalism and the information, the knowledge from someone that knows, like you're making decisions about schools without having talked to paraeducators, teachers, school nurses, psychologists, administration. When you open your mouth and say something you've not talked to those people, boom, $1,000 goes into the education fund. And so we can raise a lot of money by having the politicians give $1,000 out of their funding every time they open their mouth and say something dumb. Now, the biggest problem is some of them are going to run out of money this week because when they open their mouths, that's all they say. But I would just like to be able to say we need to make sure that we are supporting educators by listening to them, getting their thoughts and processes, and understanding their professionalisms. But cutting funding, and here's the deal. It's just a threat. It's just a threat. There's no way you can cut funding because you ain't going to have no teachers left. But cutting funding is not the answer. Raising funds is the answer. Raising funds, that's what we need, more money. So I got the perfect way. Open your mouth, please, and say something dumb, and then write us a check. Maybe we should start a petition that says $1,000 every time you open your mouth, say something dumb. Go ahead and cut funding and see what happens. But in the meantime, why don't you give us $1,000 every time you open your mouth?